Welcome to my YouTube channel. Get ready to be scared out of your wits as I share with you two terrifying stories from real people's experiences. These stories were submitted by others and will send shivers down your spine. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be horrified. Story 1. It was my first year of university and I was excited to finally be living on my own. I had just finished unpacking all of my things and my family had just left. As the day went on, I eagerly awaited the arrival of my new roommate. Little did I know, this would be the beginning of a terrifying experience. When my roommate, Sarah, finally arrived, I could tell right away that something was off about her. She seemed nervous and avoided eye contact as she introduced herself. I shrugged it off, thinking she was just shy. But as the days went on, I began to notice more and more strange behaviors from Sarah. One night, I woke up to the sound of Sarah whispering to herself in the corner of our room. I asked her if everything was okay, but she just laughed and said she was fine. Another time, I caught her rummaging through my things while I was in the shower. When I confronted her, she gave me a blank stare and denied everything. But the scariest incident happened one night when I came back to our room to find Sarah sitting in the dark, staring at the wall. When I turned on the light, she didn't even flinch. I could feel chills run down my spine as I realized that she was muttering something under her breath, something that sounded like a chant. I couldn't take it anymore. I requested to switch roommates, but the school claimed there were no available rooms. So, I decided to tough it out and try to avoid Sarah as much as possible. But things only got worse from there. One night, I woke up to find Sarah standing over my bed, just watching me sleep. I screamed and she quickly scurried back to her own bed, pretending to be asleep. I couldn't shake the feeling that she had been doing this for a long time. As the days went on, I became more and more paranoid. I would find my things moved around, my emails opened, and even my clothes rearranged in my closet. I knew it was Sarah, but she always denied it and acted like she had no idea what I was talking about. Then, one night, I woke up to the sound of someone trying to unlock our door. I peered through the peephole and saw Sarah, fumbling with a key. I immediately called campus security and they arrived just in time to catch her in the act. Turns out, Sarah had been expelled from her previous university for stalking and harassing her roommate. I was just another victim in her twisted game. I shudder to think what would have happened if she had succeeded in breaking into our room that night. To this day, I still have nightmares about Sarah and the time I spent living in fear. It's a lesson I will never forget: always trust your instincts and never take your safety for granted. Story 2. I remember that one time during my first year of college, I was wandering around campus late at night. I had just finished studying for a midterm and needed to take a break from the stress. As I was walking, I stumbled upon a building that I had never been in before. It was dark and quiet, but something drew me in. As I entered the building, I noticed a strange chill in the air. I shrugged it off, thinking it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. I started to explore the building, taking in the eerie silence and the dimly lit hallways. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. They were getting closer and closer, but I couldn't see anyone. I picked up my pace and turned down a random hallway, hoping to lose whoever was following me. But the footsteps only got faster. I could hear them echoing off the walls, getting closer and closer. I started to panic, feeling like I was being hunted by some unknown predator. I tried to find a place to hide, but every door I came across was locked. I could feel the adrenaline rushing through my veins as I desperately searched for a way out. Just when I thought I couldn't run any longer, I saw an elevator at the end of the hallway. I ran towards it and pressed the button, praying that it would open quickly. The doors opened just in time, and I jumped inside, frantically pressing the button for the first floor. As the doors closed, I saw a figure running down the hallway towards me. I let out a sigh of relief as the elevator started to descend. But my relief was short-lived. As I reached the first floor, the doors opened to reveal the person who had been chasing me. He was dressed in all black, with a menacing look in his eyes. Before I could react, he threw something at me. It was a small lamp, and it narrowly missed my head before shattering against the wall. Terrified, I ran out of the elevator and towards the exit, not looking back. I could hear the man's footsteps behind me, but I didn't dare turn around. I ran until I couldn't run anymore, and finally stopped to catch my breath. It was then that I realized I was lost. I had no idea where I was or how to get back to my dorm. As I stood there, trying to calm my racing heart, I heard the man's footsteps approaching again. I panicked and started to run, trying to find my way back to safety. Eventually, I found my way back to my dorm, but I couldn't shake off the fear and unease that had settled in my stomach. The next day, I found out that the building I had wandered into was off limits to students. It was an old abandoned building that was rumored to be haunted. Some said that a student had died there years ago, and her ghost still roamed the halls. Others believed that a deranged janitor had gone on a killing spree before disappearing into the building, never to be seen again. I never found out who was chasing me that night, or what their intentions were. But I never ventured into that building again, and I made sure to warn my friends to stay away from it as well. To this day, I still get chills thinking about that terrifying experience. And I can't help but wonder, what would have happened if I hadn't escaped that night? Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey into the unknown. Are you feeling a chill down your spine yet? These stories are just a small glimpse into the horrors that can happen in our everyday lives. Keep your eyes open and your wits about you, because you never know what could be lurking in the darkness. And who knows, maybe your own terrifying experience could be featured on my channel next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment to let me know what you thought of these spine-chilling stories. Stay tuned for more horror and fear.